The New York Knicks choke in the second half against the Oklahoma City Thunder. They were up 14 at halftime. They end up losing the game by 10 points. They were outscored 26-22 in the third quarter, and they were outscored 37-19 in the fourth quarter. Simply put, the New York Knicks shriveled in the second half, became way too much of a Jalen Brunson centric offense in that fourth quarter. Way too much hero ball. The Knicks dribbled the air out of the ball in the fourth quarter. They tried to the Knicks played not to lose that game. The Knicks did not play to win that game. The Knicks finished the game with 22 assists. They had 14 at the half. The Knicks got away from their bread and butter in this game, which is unselfish basketball. I'm not saying Jalen Brunson played a selfish brand of basketball, but I think the New York Knicks execution, coaching was way too Jalen Brunson centric. You were up by 14 in that half. You were up 14 at the half. It was really 16, and you had a last-second layup to make it 14. But in that third quarter, you were outscored by 4. And in that fourth quarter, you were outscored by 18, outscored by 22 in that second half. The Knicks were up by 8 points at the start of that fourth quarter. And you choked. Jalen Brunson, simply not good enough. It's one game. I'm not going to make any strong reaction to this game, but I'm just going to call it what it is. Jalen Brunson, you were terrible tonight. I think he had 0 assists in the second half. I think he had 9 assists at the half. You choked. This team choked in the second half. Right now, that moment was too big for you. And they were down Chet and Alex Caruso. Mikal Bridges had 19 points in the first half. He was the reason you were up 5 points in the second half. Why did you stop giving the ball to Mikal Bridges? Why did we turn into Jalen Brunson? Dribble. Watch the shot clock go down. Jalen Brunson makes something happen. 24 points for Bridges. You had 19 in the second half. I look at it like this. Karl Anthony Towns, 7 of 13. Mikal Bridges, 8 of 15. OG Anunoby, 7 of 13. Bridges, 10 of 19. OG, 7 of 13. Hart, 8 of 15. Towns, 7 of 13. Every player in your starting lineup was above 50% from the field, except for Jalen Brunson. Why did we decide to play hero, ISO, Jalen Brunson hoops? He didn't have his stuff. He was hurt. I don't understand. It was the same reason you lost to the Atlanta Hawks in the play-in game. You refused to play through anybody in the second half outside of Jalen Brunson. Mikal Bridges having 5 second-half points after having 19 points in the first half is unacceptable. Unacceptable. The Oklahoma City Thunder are a damn good team. I think they're the best team in the Western Conference. You were up 18. You were up 14 at the half. You were up 16 in this game. To lose this game by 10, they beat your ass in the second half. The Thunder beat your ass in the second half. And Aaron Wiggins shut the door in your face in the fourth quarter. 9 clutch points from Aaron Wiggins. The Knicks have 5 bench points. 5 bench points tonight. Cam Payne, you've been terrible for 10 games now. Been terrible. He Tony Snelled tonight. Cam Payne in the last 9 games is shooting below 40% from the field. He has a 19-point game in that stretch. That's the only thing that's holding his numbers up. I don't expect a lot from Cam Payne, but the Knicks need a little bit more off the bench at the guard spot, especially if Deuce McBride's injury is going to be long-term. Cam Payne and Landry Shamet isn't enough. Just not enough. Precious was average at best tonight. They were guarding Karl Anthony Towns with Jalen Williams, and the Knicks refused to play through him in the fourth quarter. Hopefully it's a wake-up call. Hopefully it's a wake-up call. This one sucks. This one sucks. You got dominated in the second half after you dominated them in the first half. We'll run it all back next Friday at Madison Square Garden. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We'll be live for the game on the channel, breaking it down with live play-by-play, highlights, reaction, and analysis. We're going to talk more about this one, though, coming up in a second. First, though, I got to give a major shout-out to our proud sponsor, Game Time. The NFL playoffs are here, and there is no better sporting event to go to, and you can get the best seats for the lowest price guaranteed with our proud sponsor, Game Time. Use that promo code ChatSports and get $20 off your first purchase where terms do apply. NFL playoffs, NBA games, comedy shows, concerts, and so much more. Use the best ticketing app out there and get the best seats for the lowest price guaranteed. I have used Game Time a handful of times. I've gone to NBA games. I have gone to an NFL playoff game before. I've gone to a college football game. I've gone to a concert, and I have gone to a stand-up comedy show, and I got the best seat for the lowest price guaranteed because of Game Time. Make sure you use that all-in pricing feature as well as that Game Time picks feature to lock in the best seats for the lowest price guaranteed. So download the app, create an account, use the promo code ChatSports, CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase where terms do apply. What time is it? It's game time. Support the show, support the sponsor. The Knicks just could not find the answers in that second half. I already shared why I thought they did so, thought they became way too Jalen Brunson reliant. I mean, in that second half, you scored 22 points in the third and 19 points in the fourth. 41 points in the second half is never enough. But you got away from who you are. 22 assists on 43 made buckets. This team is supposed to move and groove. This team is supposed to pop around the ball and play an unselfish brand of basketball. Way too Jalen Brunson heliocentric, especially in that second half. And in the second half, he didn't play defense either. The Oklahoma City Thunder lit you up on defense in the second half. I mean, 51% from the field and 51% from three. You're not going to win many games doing that. You were a step slow on defense in that second half. Man, it's a tough loss. Tough loss. I don't want to shit on Jalen Brunson because he's the best player to wear a Knicks jersey since Patrick Ewing, but Jalen Brunson, I thought, kind of got exposed a little bit today. They were matchup hunting him the entire second half. He was inefficient on offense. Yeah, not ideal. Not an ideal game. Nothing changes. Still be as everyone you want to be this year. Still be any team you want to be this year. But you got to be way better than what you were in that final 24 minutes. Got to be way better in that final 24 minutes. It's okay to play through Cat. It's okay to give Karl Anthony Towns the ball in the second half. It's okay to give Mikal Bridges the ball. Way too much dribble, no pass until 10 seconds on the shot clock. And then Jalen Brunson hopefully go make something happen. Got to find the answers. They were down two players. They were down Chet. They were down Caruso. You were down Miles McBride. And I guess Mitchell Robinson, if you want to say that as well. What was your number one takeaway from the game? Number one takeaway from the game. Give me a follow on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on IG at @MarshallGreen_. We can talk more about it over there.